Yo, 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 chatters. What up, peoples? Happy Monday. I hope. Usually people are pretty bummed out about Mondays, but you know, we'll try to make it better. hopefully, get
Yo.
That's right. That's right. Barrett's back, baby. Booty, baby.
Are pretty funny, Gabs.
What up, dude? How was the Renaissance Fair, man? How was all that jazz? What it do, brother? It was good? Nice, dude. Sick. I haven't been to one in a long time, man. Yeah. Food was really expensive. Yeah, I imagine. I mean, food in general is really expensive anymore, so... yeah, I can imagine that, like, going to, like, I haven't been to a Renaissance Fair, dude, in years. But not worth that crazy. Yeah. That's the thing that sucks. Is like, you go to, like, these events, and you expect it to be a little bit pricey, but then, you know, you also want something quality out of it, you know? Like, you go to a Renaissance Fair, you expect some, like a big fried turkey leg or something, but whenever you get it and it's kind of subpar, you know what I mean? Something like that, or, you know, whatever, and it's, you pay a premium price for it, it's really off-putting, dude. It sucks. That sucks. So, I feel you, dude. Yeah, that's a bummer, dude. I'm sorry. Oh, you got a turkey leg? Yeah, I was just using an example, dude. I had no idea what they served there, so yeah, no idea. I was just using an example, bro. I don't know. I mean, I'm a big fan of the big fried turkey legs, you know what I mean? But I've had a bad one before, dude. I got one that wasn't cooked all the way once and was like, oh god, dude, what the heck? You know? Like, come on, man. So, yeah. That sucks, dude. My jam's funnel cake, dude. Oh, for real? Yeah, that sucks. See, that's terrible. I'm a funnel cake guy, man. I mean, of course, anything with meat. Bro, we went to the store last night as a family. We needed to go grab some more stuff. I'm getting like a little like workout area set up in our garage for myself, and try to get into a little bit better shape. Oh, it makes you sick? For real? Not me, dude. Makes me sick for more. That's the only thing. That's the only way it makes me sick, dude. It's addictive as heck for me, man. Yeah, that sucks. I hate to hear that, dude. I love funnel cake, bro. I'm not a, you know, like, God, I could just sit there and plow plate after plate after plate of funnel cake, dude. That's like one of my favorite dessert foods. Just fried bread with like powdered sugar on it, dude. I love it, man. I love it. Put some cinnamon on there too, you know. Oh baby, let's go. Yeah, we went to the store last night and they were selling summer sausages. They were on sale, so I got a big massive summer sausage, bro, for like $7. Garlic summer sausage, and I was like, oh yeah, baby, that thing is mine. Whatever batter's used. Oh, for real? Oh, really? Dude, do you have some kind of like maybe gluten, a little bit of a gluten intolerance or something, or is it just something else? Because there are different forms of like gluten allergens and stuff. You can have like, you can be straight up allergic. You can be straight up allergic to gluten, to where any of it will just wreck your world. And then there's other forms of the, like, to where it's like sometimes certain types of it will kind of jack you up, and it's not quite as easy to nail down. Oh, for real? Interesting, dude. That's weird. Yeah, that's odd. Interesting, huh? I wonder why, dude. Maybe it has to do with the fried part of it or something, huh? I don't know. Maybe it has to do with the fact that it's like actually like fried, you know? Yeah, could be that. Yeah. You should science it, dude. He's like, no, thanks. I'll just stay away from it. It wouldn't be bad to actually know why, though. You know what I mean? It's always a good thing to know exactly what you need to stay away from. But that's a weird one, dude. That's kind of odd. It's good to have you back, buddy. I'm glad you had a good weekend. Oh, yeah. Okay, word. Yeah. Well, that's good. So we got the news for today, and then we're going to play some more Fallout New Vegas. It looks like we're probably going to play some AK Oxalotl starting on Thursday. Probably play that through the weekend, and then it'll be time for almost time for some Payday 3. So, you know, we've been sprinkling in Fallout New Vegas. That's kind of what we've been doing. And that's what today's going to be, some more Fallout New Vegas. That's kind of our consistent jam to play whenever we don't have new games coming out. And so that's what we're going to play today. We've got AK Oxalotl, which if you don't know what that is, I'll pull it up here in a little bit and show everybody. It is a very Enter the Gungeon. It's a bullet hell dungeon crawler kind of game. So if you know what Enter the Gungeon is, it looks very, very Enter the Gungeon. It almost looks like it might have a little bit of some, what is it? The Lamb game, dude. Oh God, I always want to say Silence of the Lambs, but that's the movie, dude. The Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb has a little bit of the Cult of the Lamb vibes thrown in there too. So it's a little game coming out on Thursday that looks like it could be cool. I'll probably end up playing that. And so then on the 21st is when the we're probably going to start playing Payday 3. We'll probably play Payday 3 all the way through the end of the month too. Don't think you'd play a game based on Silence of the Lambs? I don't know. That'd be probably a game more suited for like Scaretober, you know? I would probably play it. It's probably more suited for Scaretober, dude. So, yeah. That's what I always want to call that game, though, just because it has the word lamb in it, you know? But I'll show you guys here in a little bit what that game is. And I loved Enter the Gungeon. I love bullet hell games. I think they're a lot of fun. You know, they got that roguelike element to them quite often, which I enjoy very much. And this one looks pretty cool. It's got like I said, it's got that Cult of the Lamb vibe. So it's like got the cute side to it, but it's also got some like real dark, like ominous vibes to it too, which is kind of cool. I dig that. And just the roguelike bullet hell kind of stuff is a lot of fun for me. So we'll probably end up checking that out towards the end of the week. But on that note, man, let's go dive in here. Let's get into the video gaming news stuff and see what's going on in the world of video games before we dive into our gameplay stuff for the day. Yeah, it'll be day 21 of Fallout New Vegas. Cool. Which is a lot of fun, dude. The game's been a banger. For 13 years old, the game is really, really good, you know, as expected. Well, let's go do this, man. Let's go. We'll keep jamming out to some tunes while we find our articles, and then when I start diving into these, I'll tone down the music. I'll pause it out. Yeah, there's a lot of, especially I've seen on Steam, you can get a lot of the Dark Souls games on sale right now, so if you're interested, go grab those. We already knew that Starfield, being a Bethesda game, was going to get like mod support sometime in the near future. That's what I've been talking about. A lot of people have been a bit turned off by how bleak the universe feels, how empty it feels. And we've talked about how that's kind of, Bethesda wanted it to feel a little bit realistic, but it's still a turn off to gamers. And, you know, the thing I think that at least is a glass half full here is that having so many planets in the universe allows Bethesda and modders the ability to go back and use that emptiness to build off of. So at least the glass is half full there, you know? Like your sanity, you passed on Dark Souls, bro. Oh, man. I recommend anybody that wants to take a dive into the Dark Souls world, start with Dark Souls 1. Or maybe even Demon Souls. But start there. Dark Souls 1. If you think that you actually want to take a dive into the Dark Souls stuff and that'll give you a good taste of what you're in for. God dang, dude. Dude, for somebody like me, they're great games. I love those games. I mean, I haven't played all of them though. You know, I probably need to go back, and I know that like I've played Demon Souls, I played Dark Souls 1, I played Elden Ring, but I haven't played Bloodborne, which I know is like shame on me. But haven't played Bloodborne, haven't played Dark Souls 2 or 3 either. So I've still got a number of them that I need to go back to and play. But those are my type of jam. I love those games, but they are definitely not for everybody, dude. That is a fact. I mean, I lost my sanity a long time ago, dude. So you know. So the joke's on you, bro. Nothing left to lose, man. Yeah, I know. I was just speaking of myself since you brought up your own, you know what I mean? I have no qualms about diving into the Dark Souls world. I got nothing left to lose, man. We've already hit on a lot of this. Dude, are we gonna have a bunch of gaming is hard stuff in it? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to do it again, aren't I? Jesus Christ. Dude, this is getting really, really stupid. So the past now 3 days, if you see this, you see how polluted our search is with this game is hard crap? I don't know what they're doing at that website to get all of their articles to just show up every single day. And it's like, the evolution of gaming platforms, nostalgia wave in modern gaming, chivalry and knights of medieval games, voice acting legends in gaming, cinematic elements in gaming, and exploration of video gaming history peaks. It's like, it's not current, it's just an overall kind of, they've got these articles. Yeah, I guess, dude, I guess, something like that. But it's just, so the past 3 days I've been having to do this, like, to get rid of their, what is it, game is hard. So we just have to do this to get rid of all their articles, which sucks because before, man, we would get like new articles from them, and sometimes it was pertinent information. You know, it's not that those articles probably aren't good, but it's not like current industry news, which is what we're looking for, right? It's good, whatever general information about the video gaming world, but it's not current substantial information about what we're looking for specifically. And so the past 3 days, man, has just, our searches have been polluted, man. Polluted. Oh, for real? Well, I mean, did you put in the past 24 hours though, dude? Because I have it set for the past 24 hours for the search every single day that we do the news. And that might be something that you missed on there. Right here. Even really? And nothing? Weird, dude. The past 3 days for me, every search has just been fully polluted. Like page after page after page with just game is hard. Whereas used to we would get, oh no, it's fine, I believe you. I don't know what's going on there though. That's weird. Maybe it has something to do with the different what browser you're using. It shouldn't, but I don't know what else to narrow it down to, you know? You're using Firefox as well? I don't know, dude. It's really weird. Really odd. Well, I am. It could have something to do with it. So, who knows, man? Whatever the case may be, it all of a sudden it was just like I've never had anything like this happen before, ever. And I haven't done anything new. I mean, my setup's just the same as it always has been. So I don't know. I'll have to do some searching, try and narrow it down or whatever. But it's really gross. Yeah, I'll try it later, dude. I'm not gonna mess with it right now. But yeah, I'll try that later. I'll try a private window. Thanks for testing it on your side and let me know. But I mean, I can just do this and get rid of all the sites. I've already done it. You know what I mean? So it's not like, it's just weird that all of a sudden it started happening. You know what I mean? It's just weird that like 3 days ago started doing the news and it was like my search is just polluted with Game is Hard articles. It's just really weird. I've never had that happen before. And right, yeah. So I don't know. The thing is, using a private window is not something I want to search through, because sometimes I like to go back and grab history of things for certain people. If they miss something, they'll be like, you know, we talk about it later. It's easy for me to just go find it in my history, you know what I mean, and pull it up for people or whatever. So using a private tab, it doesn't usually stick in the history and stuff like that. So I'd prefer not to have to use the private searching or private browser side of Firefox if I don't have to, you know, which I never have before. But I'll definitely science it just to see if that's what it was. But it's just weird. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I mean, I'll test it, but it's just weird that all of a sudden that started happening. And I mean, I'll just have to keep doing this until it kind of rectifies or whatever, I guess. But it's odd because I liked their site. Their site would occasionally come up with some pertinent stuff for us to take a look at, and now I just have to basically just remove it from our search altogether, which sucks. It's weird. Oh, well, moving on, dude. Yeah. We talked about that. There's already a mod that replaces all the cops in the first city of Starfield with Star Wars Stormtroopers, dude. Fantastic. Dune Spice Wars launches next week. Let's take a peek at that. 4 years after launch, Nintendo is ending Mario Kart Tour content. Let me go ahead and state something here. I think we have a new Mario Kart game coming. I think we're going to have a new Mario Kart game dropping with the new hardware. Okay? So I think that a lot of the Mario Kart 8 content is going to start ramping down. It's going to start kind of drying up. As we know, they've been rolling out like DLC and stuff like that, new tracks and all that kind of stuff. It is, I think, 9 years old at this point. 9 years old. Yep. It actually released with the Wii U. And it is close to, I think it's actually over 9 years old at this point, I think. Yeah, you were close. We've talked about it before. Especially because we talk about, you know, this is one of the great examples of a game that releases for Nintendo on one console, one platform, then releases the same exact version on the next platform, but you have to buy it again, and it's at the, you know, the same price point, so they make you double dip. And the fact that it's one of those old games that just never ever goes down in price for Nintendo. You know, it's one of those examples I use a lot. So we've hit on, I'm pretty sure it's about 9 years old. Let's look it up real quick. May 29th, 2014. So it's going on 10 years now. Yeah, but it's 9 years old. 9 years old, going on 10 years. Yep. So, yeah, I mean, that doesn't surprise me necessarily that there are some, like, minor differences, but for the most part, it's the same exact game. You know what I mean? It's not like it was a rebuilt game. You know what I mean? Or anything like that. For the most part, it's just like a port to the new hardware or whatever, right? So, I think the thing, I mean, if you want to explain the differences, then by all means, man, fill me in. But the thing that I always, you know, am like kind of harping on Nintendo for is the fact that it's not like they did anything really all that different to get this game over to the new platform, and they're making people double dip on it and stuff, and that's just that gross stuff I hate, dude. You know what I'm talking about. But we'll talk about this. We'll pull this up. I'm guessing this has to do with the fact they'll probably be coming out with a new game for the new hardware. More than likely. Yep, we already talked about the Payday 3 stuff. I'm not going to dive into this. They got 2 female characters that have been announced to be released at the start of the release of the game as well. And about 4 DLCs that are planned for release throughout the first year of the game being out. And there are different versions of the game you can buy into. The base edition, there's like a mid-tier edition that gives you like the first 6 months of DLC content, which is like 2 of the DLC contents, and then a top-tier edition that gives you all 4 of them, as well as both of them give you maybe a little bit of some, you know, additional skins, and I think one or two of them give you early access, maybe even stuff like that. You know, that's the norm nowadays. But you're talking like a price difference of like $35 to $40 for the base edition, to like I think about $50 for the mid tier. $55, something like that, and then the top tier edition's like 70 or something, I think. Oh yeah, no big deal, Ferret, no big deal. Yeah, if you can't remember off the top of your head, dude, it's not a big deal, buddy. Let's see. God, I think I've got an eyelash that is like all tangled up, dude. It's driving me crazy. One second. All right, sorry. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday too. If you didn't hear about this, GSC Game World has an office where they've been working on continuing work on Stalker 2. After they moved, I think it's in Prague, however you pronounce it. I think it's Prague. So they moved their development studio, their offices to Prague because their original studio is based in Ukraine, right? And after the invasion of Ukraine by Russia, which also hindered and stifled their development, you know, they moved the studio, and it's like they've got like 3 floors of a building or whatever, and the top floor basically got entirely engulfed in flames. So they've had another setback. I think people just need to give them their time, dude. This is a very unfortunate circumstance here for this developer dealing with the invasion of their country. You know, it's not just for them as a business. It's for them as citizens of that country, of Ukraine, having to deal with the strife of dealing with, you know, anxiety and everything that comes along with all the loved ones and everybody, the friends and family and everybody they have in Ukraine, their home country and stuff like that, of being invaded, and they've continued to try and work and get this game done. I think people just need to understand what's going on there and give them time, give them space to without being pressured to do what they need to do in whatever time frame it takes to get this done the right way and a healthy way for them as people, man, that have been dealing with some pretty dire circumstances, you know. So I think that's all I think people just need to grasp that concept and give them space, give them time, let them do what they need to do to get this game done. From what I heard, there was at Gamescom last month, there was a playable kind of demo version of this game. It wasn't fantastic. From a lot of what I've read, it needed a lot of polishing. And on that note, I would say a GSC Game World just needs to take their time and do what they need to do to get through this and bring us a polished product and not feel pressured about it, you know. Oh, really, Ferret? Oh, interesting. Huh. Wonder what prompted that change. Interesting. Yo, cool. Thanks, man. The more you know. We talked about this yesterday, too. It looks like there's a Horizon Forbidden West Complete Edition coming out. It's been rated. I think it was South Korea where this got rated at. We know it's already been rated for PS5. It'll probably be on PC too. This game's a couple years old now. The DLC is not. Burning West DLC, or what? The Burning Shores, excuse me. Forbidden West Burning Shores DLC is not 2 years old, but they're doing a complete edition. The Burning Shores will be part of that complete edition, right? And it would make sense that being a PlayStation proprietary first-party title, that being a couple of years old now, this will probably start hitting PC as well. Davey, what up, man? What's going on, bro? Yeah, fair. Yeah, I'm sure there are, you know, some other obscure kind of little changes and stuff. Yeah, that makes sense, dude. Yeah. They probably, you know, I don't know. They probably found some ways in which the tracks just needed to be like, some of it's probably just redesigned stuff, like obscure kind of redesigned stuff that made it play better or eliminated the ability for people to kind of clip through, you know, environment or something like that, or get through, you know, the track in ways that they didn't mean for them to, or something like, who knows, dude. It could be things like that. Yeah. What's up, Davey? How's it going, buddy? So just know that Horizon Forbidden West is getting a complete edition. It's going, there's no definitive date yet, but it should be coming out before too long, on PS5, and it will probably hit PC as well. That would be a safe assumption. Today's gonna be a busy day at work. What do you mean? Like a busy day using TeamViewer? Or what? Just woke up about to grab some breakfast. Word, Davey. What up, Pinky? What's up, dude? Or like legit a lot of work. Yo, hold on. Let me see this real quick. Okay, dude, this is probably going to be some weird, obscure kind of games, but I'll go through it real quick. I've never even seen this site, TechRP, ARP. What? Nintendo leaker teases return of dormant DS series. I don't see that happening, dude. Really? Unless Nintendo was coming back out with some kind of like traditional console as well, and they were gonna be doing like something more like a handheld, also like the Switch is, but they were gonna call it something like the DS. I don't see. There's no reason for them to be doing another small handheld with how good the Switch is. As long as their next console is going to be something very similar to what the Switch, has been, I don't see them needing to come out with another handheld device. Right, exactly. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But we'll see what this leaker is saying here. Again, this is not official information, so there's going to be grain of salt for sure that needs to be taken with this, but we'll see what they're saying about it. I mean, that was the whole point in them getting rid of the old handheld consoles anyways, was because the Switch took the place of both those worlds. It was a handheld mobile device as well as docked for a traditional console. We didn't need it. They didn't need anything else besides that. Oh, you bought No Man's Sky yesterday? Really? Interesting, dude. Word up. Yeah. They have added an insane amount of content to that game since release. You know, I promote that a lot. The fact that I will never ever excuse the Hello Games for releasing that game in the state that it was released in. That's not excusable. It's nothing that should never happen. But they have done their very best to make it up to the community and the fans and the people that wanted that game to be what it was supposed to be in the first place. And I think they've gone above and beyond that actually, in adding content to that game that you never have to pay anything more for. You know, just base game. That's it. That's something that you don't see very often anymore. Just buy the base game, you get all the content that's ever been made for that game. And I think they're well beyond what they had promised people in the first place. Yeah, there's been a lot of that stuff going on, yeah. A lot of the whole Starfield versus No Man's Sky. I've seen a lot of reviews that are like, this isn't what, I was expecting it to be. Really, you should just go play No Man's Sky. Yeah, I agree, Ferret. I'm not gonna lie. No Man's Sky before release, I bought into the hype too. I was like, because the premise that they were trying to push out and hype people about was incredible, right? I mean, they had me hyped up too. I didn't buy it. I didn't play it on release, or I still haven't. Because there was a little part of me that was also very, very skeptical. But I was buying into it as well. The hype had me jacked up. I was like, this is going to be insanely cool, man. I was watching the trailer like over and over and stuff, and I'm so glad I didn't buy into it. My gut feeling was right. And so that was it. I mean, obviously, it's one of the more notoriously bad releases in modern video gaming history, and because of lack of what they were promising people. But I think Hello Games has shown that they feel, they've tried to make it up to the fans and the video gaming community, and by doing what they've done since. I will at least recognize that, they've I mean, what is it, the past 7 years? I think 7 years now that game's been out, and they've continued to just push out huge content patches one after the other. And don't get me wrong, the content stuff and the fixes and everything that they pushed out originally to get the game to what they promised it would be in the first place, that doesn't count. That just makes the game what it should have been on release anyways. But all the additional stuff that they've added ever since to make the game even more grandiose than it was supposed to be in the first place, that they haven't charged anybody a cent extra for, I think that is what, you know what I mean, they should have done. And is in opposition to what a lot of other companies would have done. A lot of other companies would have gone, well, we made it into what you wanted it to be finally, and now we're adding more content, so we'll just charge you for it, you know? But they see it as more of a thank you to the people that actually have stuck by the game, as well as they understand that if they keep continuing to make the game bigger and better, people will continue to buy the base game, which is not a bad business plan. And to me, it makes them look much better too, you know? Pinky, I'm going to be really interested in some like nice feedback from you, man, for the game. Yeah, I've heard it's very good now, and you can usually get that game for about $30. That game goes on sale all the time for $30 US, and there's a ton of content in that game now, like a ton, way more than they promised there would be in the first place, from what I understand. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about this whole like Baldur's Gate 3 thing and how this is gonna work with your work schedule and everything, dude. I know you're like waiting on me to play it in November, but because so we can multiplayer this, we're gonna have to talk about how this is gonna go down, dog. Because I wasn't really planning on playing anything else besides that, like for the most part, anyways. Maybe a little bit of like some Payday 3 on the weekends or something, but for the most part, dude, that was just gonna be like my jam. I wasn't planning on taking time off. We're gonna have to figure this out. So I thought you were putting in your notice for work and letting them know that come November you weren't gonna be working anymore, but now I'm skeptical on that front. After our talk yesterday, you know. Path of Exile. All right, let's go to our other search. But once you get probably like 30 or 40 hours into No Man's Sky, man, I would love a nice breakdown. I've been interested in playing it for a while now. Talked about that. Well, Nintendo already told us that they had a deal with Universal to do a Zelda movie. So why is this? What? Just that it's in production or whatever? Yeah. Okay. We knew a live action show was going to be coming. We already knew that they had struck a deal. Not only has Nintendo struck a deal with Universal to do a live action Zelda movie, but they've got Mario, the second Mario movie on the way too. So yeah. So this isn't really like anything news to us. I mean, once we get like dates of like release and trailers and stuff, we'll look at it. But that's not gonna be in here. I guarantee it. Like here, just pull it up real quick. Boop. Yep, that's it. Yep. Talked about the Forbidden West Complete Edition already. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I think one of the things that scares me, Pinky, about No Man's Sky is how much time I would want to put into a game like that. It's another one of those games that seems very big and that I would need a lot of time to dive into, you know. So finding the time and the schedule to put that in there, man, it would be rough. Excuse me. I like that I changed to video gaming news and I still am just getting throttled with like NFL stuff. Bleh! Give me a break, dude. Oh, for real, Ferret? Yeah. Oh, you didn't know about the Zelda thing? Oh, yeah, yeah. They had already, yeah, this was something we hit on like a couple months ago. Yeah, they had already hit a deal with Universal a while back. So, I mean, the fact, it's just basically, I think that article was just like, oh, the Zelda movie's in production. It's probably early production, which, again, isn't a surprise because we already knew that they had made a deal with Universal for that to happen, so. You like the NFL? Davey, I used to be a fan. Be back in November if the mid-game is really as good as the video made it out to be. Nice, dude. Yeah. I used to, I don't know if I just got burnt out on it or if it's all the, just so many of those personalities that end up in the NFL that seem gross to me. I think that's one of the reasons I like hockey a lot. I like hockey a lot. Like, I like NHL because a lot of the people in the NHL seem like pretty decent people. The NFL doesn't. Not that there aren't decent people in the NFL. There are. There are a lot of really just over-the-top, gross personalities in the NFL, man. And it's really become a turnoff for me. I used to watch the NFL a lot. I used to play a lot of fantasy football. And over about the past half decade, I've really gotten to where I don't care to watch it anymore at all. I'm not a fan of it, dude. And I grew up being a fan of the NFL and watching it and stuff like that. And about over the past half decade, I got to where I don't even pay attention to it at all anymore. I think a lot of it's just because a lot of the personalities in the game and everything are just really, really, really off-putting to me, man. There are just so many of those guys that are just stuck up their own asses and stuff, and it's really, really gross to me. I don't like it, dude. Not at all. No, share, Ferret, share. I mean, I shared. There's some good people in the NFL, dude, no doubt about it. You know what I mean? But I think it just feels polluted with gross personalities to me, which has been a huge turn off to me. Like, I think JJ Watt, like, I like JJ Watt a lot. I think JJ Watt's a really good dude, you know? Pretty much said your thoughts. Word, yeah. There's some good people in there, dude, I think. But yeah, I think the gross personalities of it all, and I think it's I don't know. I think the thing that's rough for me also is that being American and where the NFL is has its roots and everything like that, you know, I've seen what that sport has done to this country and like education in this country and everything too. So it's you'll go around, dude, you'll go around this country and you'll see it's even worked its way down through like many of the high schools and stuff like that in this country. It's not about education. It's about sports. Money gets put into sports. Money doesn't get put into education. And it's because this sport, specifically NFL, has become so popular and so lucrative. And so these individuals get paid an absurd amount of money to go out and entertain people. And the thing I think that's a big turnoff for me about what the NFL has done is it has pervaded the education system as well. So down through college and then all the way down even through like high school and stuff in our education, which our education system is not great in the first place anyways. It's like so much of the money for our educational systems here in the US get thrown into sports, and particularly heavily into football, as opposed to being put into the actual education side of things. And it's really, really disgusting to look at. So there's not a whole lot of emphasis anymore on quality education as much as there is of just sports, and mostly football. And that's a big turnoff for me too. I love sports, dude. I grew up playing a ton of sports. I played football growing up. Not as extensively as I played some other sports, but you know, I'm a sports fan all the way around. But what I've seen specifically that sport do to like the educational system and everything, it has been a big turn off for me on it as well. And so it's just really kind of been a turn off, man. Look, man, I went to high school with a dude that went to the NFL. And I think that I've seen firsthand how people get treated, and just because they're gifted athletes. And I don't think this is always going to be the case. I think there are some good educational institutions out there that ensure their athletes maintain educational standards and stuff like that. But I think there's a lot of it that, you know, these athletes just get by with doing as little as possible or next to nothing, basically, because they are gifted athletes. I've seen it happen, dude. I've seen it. And the fact that there's so much focus on just the entertainment value of the sport and what it's done to the education system, I think personally in this country, is just really, really off-putting. It's not something I'm a fan of. Yeah, you can go to like high schools and stuff all over this country, and you'll see how old the educational like facilities are and stuff, and how little the teachers get paid. And then you'll go look at the fields they have for their football, the locker rooms they have for football, and it's these stupid multi-million dollar facilities and stuff. And it's just like, it's very easy to tell that that's all that anybody really cares about. It's weird, dude. It's really weird. We got one more page. Dude, it's bleak on the news front this morning. Because for some reason, under video gaming news, I'm still just getting throttled with NFL crap. I need to... Can I, like, take NFL out of here, too? Jesus. That's what I need to be doing. Let's do this again. I mean, most pro sports have gotten like that, though, right? Don't get me wrong. Gotham Knights is hitting Switch? Well, hey, here's one thing they don't have to worry about. Hitting anything over 30 frames, am I right? Oh, no, dude. All right. Okay. Yo, Davey, did you end up playing more of Thief? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no doubt, dude. Yeah. Oh no. You're good, dude. No. Yeah, Davey. No, you know. I mean, I know I ranted there for a little bit too. I mean, there are plenty of issues like that in the world. I think the entire world is seeing an increase in necessities. Whether you talk about real estate, or whether or not you're talking buying or renting, it's happening here too, man. It's stupid. You know what I mean? It's getting really, really crazy. How expensive it is just to like get your necessities. Food's getting stupid expensive. Rent's stupid expensive. Things like that. And I think we just got on that talk about the NFL, and I think that is just one of those things I've noticed about that sport specifically that has really, really, really been a turnoff for me. That's why I got into that talk. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, we could go on for flipping ever talking about the things and where, our own specific countries have lost their ways, in, putting emphasis in areas where, it's obvious that other things should have been put ahead of that, right? I mean, let's be fair. Sports is an entertaining thing, but is it more important than people's health care or education or anything like that? Absolutely not. But in this country, it is, and so that's just one of those things that I've noticed, over the past, especially decade for me. I've seen just the pervasion of how our public school systems have just turned to absolute mush, and how the money that we could use so direly to be used for keeping great educators to help educate our youth, who are the future of our country or whatever, you know what I mean? They get paid next to nothing. And then, you've got all this money being thrown into a sport. Don't get me wrong, man. Extracurriculars are amazing. They're good. It's great it's great for a lot of kids, especially to keep them off the streets and stuff like that. But there should be balance there and everything, and it's not balanced at all. Yeah, we read about this too. Black Flag disappeared off Steam just to some kind of issue. Ubisoft has said it has nothing to do with it being replaced with a newer version, a remake, anything like that. It will be back. So nothing really to take in on that right now. Fair. Oh yeah, Davey. Yeah. Well, that's just. I mean, we've talked about that too. You know, I know it's not gaming news or anything, but that's the small percentage of people in the world that, you know, regulate and hold the majority of the money, crushing the majority of us. You know what I mean? Prices go up because they're the ones that regulate all that stuff, while they crush us by not letting us make any more money or anything like that to coincide with it. You know what I mean? It's the machine, dude. The machine just grinding the majority of the world's population down, you know, one year after another. It's pretty brutal, man. Yeah. Pretty rough, dude. Dude, there is not much news. So look here, let me bring this up real quick. Spelldrifter is your free game, guys, until the 14th. So you've got roughly 3 more days until you'll be able to grab a 911 operator. So go ahead and grab your free game Spelldrifter while you can, and then get ready to grab 911 operator on the 14th at about 10 o'clock a.m. my time. So it'd be like roughly 2.5 hours from now on the 14th. Okay, so get your free games. This is, let me show this off real quick. I know not everybody has seen this. This is the game I'm looking to play starting on Thursday, okay? Take a peek. Let me turn off my music. Nope, nope, nope. They start as axolotls, eat everything that they kill, armed and ready to slay. Pretty sure that was a Shadow Blastoise right there. Pretty sure. Yeah, Barrett. Another quick showcase. I like that they've got some melee weapons in here too. That's dope. I wonder if this is going to have multiplayer in it. I doubt it, but... So this is what I'm looking to start playing on Thursday. It's been on my wish list for a long time. Ever since I first saw it, which was... at least half a year ago. I didn't even know then when it was going to be coming out, but non-linear progression, mighty power-ups. Doesn't look like there's multiplayer, I don't think. Single player, yeah. Okay. But it looks fun. It looks like Enter the Gungeon meets Cult of the Lamb. And that's exciting for me. I loved both those games very, very much, and so I'm really looking to dive into this, and hopefully it's very good. But you can see, bullet hell action roguelike game. It's got like the cute kind of ominous dark side to it, very much like Cult of the Lamb. So this is what I'm looking to play come Thursday. We'll probably play this Thursday through the weekend, and let's see, that would put us at like. Depending on when we get it finished up, we'll probably have a few days of, coupled to a few days of Fallout New Vegas again at the beginning of next week before we hit Payday 3. Yeah, so that's kind of the jam right now. That's what I'm looking to do. Here we go. Gotham Knights has been rated for Nintendo Switch. Nights out. Surprise. Looks like Gotham Knights is coming to Switch. So just as many people can hate it on that platform as have, not enjoyed it on other platforms. Until now, the game has only been playable on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X. But according to an update to North American Ratings Board, the ESRB, looks like the action RPG will shortly be making an appearance on Switch too. Here's the thing. This game's going to look incredibly worse than it even does on other platforms. The only thing that's going to make it easy for them is that this game was never allowed to be played at above 30 frames anyways. So that's an easy transition to the Switch, really. As spotted by the eagle-eyed folks on Shut Your Mouth, no. Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit, nothing else about the rating listing has changed beyond the sneaky addition of Switch to the platform list. Citing some, blood-staining violence, fighting animations, alcohol references, and in-game autopsy, the action game gets a teen rating from the classification board. The SRB doesn't typically rate cloud versions, so all signs point to this being a native port rather than a streamable version that will simply be playable on Switch. Interestingly, noted leaker Pioro has been full of Nintendo secrets recently, too, spoiling several other surprises Nintendo may have up its sleeve, including look away now if you like to avoid spoilers. Rumors of Super Princess Peach, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, and F-Zero 99. Dude, people have been asking for a new F-Zero game forever. Guess we'll find out one way or the other at the next Nintendo Direct presentation, which is supposed to happen, rumored, kind of this week, okay? So we're keeping our eyes and ears open to see when the next Nintendo showcase is going to pop off. Originally, we were told that it should be between today and like Friday of this week. So we'll see. Yeah. So that's what you get out of that. I mean, look, dude. Just so everybody knows here. This is about what you're going to be able to look forward to, okay? And I'll look at the other platforms and everything too. So, Gotham Knights on PS5 was a 67 Metascore by critics and a 5.0 user score. On PC, a 66 with a 3.5 user score. Xbox Series X, a 64 with a 4.1 user score. All right? This is not a fantastic game. I would say this is a very subpar gaming experience for most people. Most people, okay? Now, just because baseline reviews show this game at, rating pretty low, doesn't mean that you won't have a different kind of experience. But normally, whenever you've had a game be out this long, there's been enough time to get a real nice baseline of what this game has to offer, which you can see here by looking on all these platforms. You're going to have something pretty close to the same kind of experience. It might have a little bit of variance in there, but it's going to be something fairly close, which is probably going to be not great. So, this game is going to release on Switch. It'll probably, on release, cost a AAA price point, and that is not what this game is worth, okay? This is what I talk about quite often when we don't need to be supporting these companies that bring us subpar games. If you can do anything to play this, if you're really interested in playing it, play it at a significant discount. Wait for it to go on sale. Play it on a subscription service. Do whatever you can to play this game without feeding the companies that make this crap. That's what we have to do for ourselves to continue to make a better gaming world for ourselves. Quit providing support to these companies that don't provide us quality content, or especially the ones that are continuing to provide us broken products. So just know that this is probably what you're in for here. Okay, I'll even pull it up on Steam real quick so you have another platform to take a look at here. That's not what I meant to do. Stop that. It is overall 69% kappa of over 11,000 user reviews. So it's pretty close to that on over the past month as well. This is not going to be a fantastic experience, guys. It's probably a pretty forgettable experience. This game is. So just keep that in mind. At this price point, I definitely don't think this game is worth it. Again, if you want to experience it and everything, I respect the crap out of that. But do your very best for this kind of game that's been out for this amount of time and has this, we already know is reviewing like this. Do your best to get it in and try this game at the lowest possible price point you can. That way you're not feeling like you waste your money on a subpar product, okay? That's what I think everybody should be aware of. Nintendo leaker teases return of dormant DS series. A new Nintendo game in a franchise that hasn't been seen in 2015 could be coming back. Oh. So it's not the DS itself. It's actually a series that was on the DS. So the title was a bit it had me thinking they were talking about bringing back the DS as a hardware series. That's not what they meant. A dormant Nintendo series is likely most synonymous with the Nintendo DS line of handhelds. Looks like it could be making a comeback soon. Currently, Nintendo rumors are swirling like crazy, given that it's September, a month in which Nintendo typically holds direct presentations. Many fans are anticipating a number of major reveals from the longtime Japanese video game publisher to be happening in the coming days or weeks. Yeah. Now, ahead of this potential direct, one notable leaker seems to have divulged one such reveal that could be in the pipeline. According to Pyoro, I don't know how to pronounce it, a new entry into Nintendo's Mario vs. Donkey Kong series seems to be in the works. In recent days, they have had a number of accurate Nintendo scoops in the past, and they have been teasing a new Donkey Kong game of some sort. Yeah. I think a lot of people thought there would be a new Donkey Kong game coming out with like the new Nintendo hardware too. So people have been kind of anticipating that a little bit. Like the Donkey Kong Country games and stuff. I think people have been anticipating that might be the case, and we'll see what happens. But apparently here we're getting Mario versus Donkey Kong, maybe. Yeah, when is the next Nintendo Direct? Nobody knows right now, but there's rumors that it's supposed to be happening this week, like I said. So who knows? Maybe we'll get some information on this Mario versus Donkey Kong stuff when that happens. 48 free Steam games. I'm not going to list all these out, but you guys will be able to see this, okay? I'll link it for you. Usually whenever you can get free Steam games, they're a bit obscure and wonky. As opposed to the epic free games that we get each week, which are notable to bangers, in that realm. So note that some of these Steam games are not directly available on the Steam store. Follow the instructions below. Any of the Steam games or DLCs are no longer free. Please just let us know so they can remove them. But they've got paint chips, the RPG engine, Tide 1927, Sherwood Extreme, a Not Troll game, Case 1472, Monster Racing League, Collection Quest, Elspell, yeah, okay, I got it right. I can't read that one. The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. That seems good. Last year, Zombie Shooter Ares Virus, Fantasy Royal VR, Bodiless, Viral Fearer, Bad Day, Death Angel, IREC. They've got some trailers for some of these too, it looks like. Blade Runner 9732, 1943, The Battle of Midway. No way. What? Nice. That's an old school game. Oh, this is Capcom Arcade Stadium page stuff, but you can apparently log into your Steam account, go to the arcade page, and get it through that way. Challenge Speedball, Lines and Knots. Said I wouldn't read all these, but I'm doing it. World of Warships. Isn't that always free, I think? World of Tanks Blitz, World of Warplanes. All those are always free, I think. Crane Bundle for Dying Light 2. Al Stutter Jr. for Lego 2K Drive. Okay. Crack Asgaraz for Warhammer Vermintide 2. Some of this is the rest of this is just DLC stuff. But take a look. I'll link this for you guys. That's some free Steam content there, games and DLC. Dune Spice Wars launches this week. Launch will bring a new faction. Let's watch this real quick.
How seductive it is to live in peace. There could have been a bloodless Arrakis. The steady hand of my Duke, governing a confident workforce. A plentiful House Atreides, providing for the whole Imperium. A brilliant society, gracefully withstanding the red winds of this land. But we were not sent here to thrive. Plotters will infest this benevolent regime, and blood will be spilled. Rivals will surround this prosperous house, and violence will ensue.
Hey, it's me.
Forces will emerge from this bountiful land, and there will be no respite.
Stick,
to live in peace is a privilege of the
Sandworm.
weak, and as our strength
Dude, I can't wait for the next Dune movie.
a new
Holy
age
crap.
of turmoil approaches. On this day begin the Spice Wars.
It's supposed to be coming out pretty soon, too, I think. Okay. So, the hybrid of 4X and RTS set in Frank Herbert's universe of Dune will launch out of early access this week on September 14th. As that's this Thursday. As Shiro Games releases Dune Spice Wars, first released last year, Spice Wars is a surprising hybrid of the two genres that you'd expect from modern RTS innovator Shiro Games, who previously made Northgard. It's notable for its emphasis on not just RTS combat, but exploring the desert planet Arrakis and interacting with other factions. War is an option, sure, but true to the political nature of the Dune setting and the pre-book Spice Wars, you can just as easily make deals with others or win via economic stranglehold over the Galactic Spice Corporation. On launch, Spice Wars will include 6 factions: House Atreides, House Harkonnen, House Carino, Freeman, Smugglers, and the new launch faction, House Akaz. You'll be able to take control of them in one-off skirmish or multiplayer matches, or steer one through an extended campaign of Conquest Mode. Conquest Mode is a series of single-player scenarios as one of the 4 great House factions that stretches you with unique situations and procedural maps, as well as randomized perks and challenges. Adapted from the extended world of Dune, newcomers House Akaz are patrons of entertainers and artists who control a multi-world empire. They're a historical ally of House Atreides, but they're independent in the conflict of Arrakis. Primary power will be to build structures, towns, which glorify the local culture and cannot be captured. Read more about those in this link. Cool. There you go. Bleak on the news this morning, man. Kind of wild. Last one I have, guys. If you have anything else to add, let me know in chat. and I'll address it before we move on and play some Fallout New Vegas for the day, okay? 4 years after launch, Nintendo is ending Mario Kart content, Mario Kart Tour content. No new tracks or drivers will be released from next month. I am under the impression this will be due to the fact a new Mario Kart game will be launching with the new hardware next year. So they're probably focusing on making a new Mario Kart game. And so they're going to be ceasing any kind of work on the current Mario Kart. That would be my guess. Nintendo and DNA have confirmed they will soon stop creating new content for mobile game Mario Kart Tour 4 years after it was launched. In a message sent to players, the companies confirmed that after the game's new tour of content, the anniversary tour starting September 20th, all future seasons will consist of content from tours that have appeared before. No new courses, drivers, carts, or gliders will be added following the battle tour starting 4/10/2023. The messages reads, "We hope you continue to enjoy playing Mario Kart Tour. News potentially hints at an imminent release for Switch title Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's sixth and final DLC wave, since it has often shared new course releases with the mobile title. Mario Kart Tour represents another hint at Nintendo's lessening focus on mobile games, compared to other big publishers like Activision and Take-Two, which regularly see mobile make up more than half of their annual revenues. The platform has made up just a tiny percentage of Nintendo's earnings since it started making mobile games in 2016. Of the 8 major mobile games the company has launched to date, it now has ended support for 5, including Mario Kart Tour. Again, I think that they're going to be taking a lot of their resources that have worked on anything Mario Kart and are going to be focusing more on a modern Mario Kart game. The Mario Kart 8 is 8 years old. It's a banger. No, it's 9 years old, going on 10 years old. And it's something that they have leaned on heavily as a big profit for them. But it was originally released on the Wii U. And it is going to be time for them to come out with a new version of the game. And so Mario Kart 9 is probably going to be the play on the new Nintendo hardware. So I'm willing to bet they're taking a lot of their resources of staff that are familiar with Mario Kart and are going to be allocating them over towards a project focused on a new Mario Kart game for the new hardware. That would be my guess. Mario Kart Tour recently overtook Animal Crossing Pocket Camp and is Nintendo's second biggest earner on mobile, having earned around 243 million from 230 million downloads and around 2 million per month. Okay. That's basically what you need to know. It's about to be done. About to be done, skis. That's the news, dude. It's kind of a bleak day for the news, man. But it happens. It happens. We're gonna move on and play some Fallout New Vegas now. Day 21. Is that where we're at? I think that's what I said this morning. Let's make sure here. Yeah, day 21 of Fallout New Vegas, baby. So, you guys rock. Thanks for always being a part of what we do. Thanks for helping me to have a great video gaming news segment and contributing as always to what we go over here. So we'll move on. We'll go play some video games for the rest of the day. So I don't know if anybody's getting to check out this content for the first time live or maybe as VOD later on. This news segment, along with all of our previous video gaming news segments, are always going to be available out there after they are live as both highlights in playlists on the Twitch channel and as well as VODs in playlists on the YouTube channel, which we also have all of our other content for the playthroughs we've done of the video games that we've played, crazy, fun, weird, wild clips and highlights of stuff that's happened while we've been live here in the channel. All that content's out there on the Twitch channel, man, and the YouTube channel. So if you've enjoyed this, go check out some of that other content. And if you're liking what you're being exposed to, man, come hang out with myself, the rest of the people that make up our amazing community here whenever we go live at 6 a.m. CST, CDT every single day. We always start off with video gaming news to stay current with what's going on in the industry before we move on and play games for the rest of the day, okay? We're not live on Wednesdays, 6 days a week now. So we're live 6 days a week, no Wednesdays. But it's a pretty consistent schedule outside of that. So other than that, man, I guess everybody just happy Monday. Stay healthy, stay safe, be kind, and we will catch everybody tomorrow for September 12th edition of Video Gaming News. All right.